Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio, a force of nature, a revolutionary artist. Born in 1571, he burst onto the art scene in Rome at just 21 years old. Already a reputation preceded him. Tales of a volatile temper and a disdain for authority followed him from his native Lombardy. But Rome, in the throes of the Counter-Reformation, craved something new, and Caravaggio the rebel was ready to deliver. Rome in the late 16th century was a city of contrasts, grandeur and piety mixed with poverty and vice. Caravaggio, a keen observer of life, captured it all. He rejected the idealized beauty of the Mannerists, choosing instead to paint the world as he saw it, rough, unglamorous and undeniably real. Early works like Judith beheading Holofernes showcased his unique style, genre scenes imbued with a gritty realism. His figures, often ordinary people with rough and characterful faces, were a far cry from the ethereal beings favored by his contemporaries. This was a new kind of art, one that spoke of the everyday, of the human condition in all its flawed glory. It was controversial, certainly, but it was also impossible to ignore. Caravaggio's talent did not go unnoticed. Cardinal Francesco del Monte, a powerful figure in the Roman court, became his patron. Del Monte provided him with lodgings, commissions, and a glimpse into the privileged world of the aristocracy. It was during this period that Caravaggio produced some of his most celebrated works. This is The Calling of St. Matthew, which showcased a growing maturity in his style. The dramatic use of chiaroscuro, the interplay of light and shadow, became a hallmark of his work. This technique, tenebrism, heightened the emotional impact of his paintings. Light, often a single source, cut through the darkness, illuminating his figures with an almost divine radiance. Yet despite his success, Caravaggio remained a volatile and unpredictable character. His quick temper and penchant for brawling were notorious. He was imprisoned on several occasions for assault and carrying a weapon. His fiery nature, it seemed, was both a source of his genius and his undoing. The year 1606 marked a turning point in Caravaggio's life. An argument with a man escalated into a sword fight, and Caravaggio stabbed his rival, killing him. Caravaggio, accused of murder, was forced to flee Rome. Now a fugitive, he lived a life on the run, seeking refuge in various cities across Italy. He found sanctuary briefly in Naples, where he continued to paint, his works becoming increasingly dark and introspective. Works like The Flagellation of Christ reflected his own tormented state. The violence that had always simmered beneath the surface of his art now took center stage. From Naples, he moved to Malta, seeking the protection of the Knights of Malta. He even joined their order, hoping to secure a pardon for his crime, but Caravaggio's past was not easily outrun. Another brawl, this time with a knight, forced him to flee once more. Despite the turmoil of his life, Caravaggio's artistic output never faltered. He continued to paint, producing masterpieces that cemented his reputation as one of the most innovative artists of his time. His use of chiaroscuro reached new heights. His paintings became bolder, more dramatic, the darkness closing in around his figures. He challenged conventions, portraying religious scenes with a startling realism. His saints and biblical figures were not idealized beings, but ordinary people, their faces etched with the pain and suffering of human existence. This unconventional approach shocked some who accused him of blasphemy. But for others, it was precisely this raw honesty that made his work so compelling. He stripped away the artifice, the layers of symbolism and allegory, and presented a direct, visceral experience of the divine. He forced his viewers to confront the humanity of the sacred, to see themselves reflected in the eyes of Christ and the apostles. Caravaggio's life was tragically cut short in 1610. He died at the age of 38, under mysterious circumstances, while attempting to return to Rome. Some say that he died of a fever, others claim he was murdered. Yet, despite his premature death, his impact on the art world was profound and lasting. His revolutionary style, his mastery of light and shadow, his unflinching portrayal of human emotion, all left an indelible mark on European art. He inspired generations of artists, from the Caravaggisti, his direct followers, to the likes of Rembrandt and Velázquez, who were deeply influenced by his work. Caravaggio, the rebel, the outlaw, the genius, may have lived a life shrouded in darkness, but his art, with its searing honesty and breathtaking beauty, continues to illuminate the world.